The beauty of a road trip like this is that you can detour at any time to some really special places. So we left Emerald this morning, day 2, and we're about 60 k's outside of our next stop, which is the town of Alpha, and we've pulled up at this magnificent lookout over the Drummond Ranges. This is a really special spot. This is really ancient country, formed about 200 million years ago. These were all volcanoes, and if you have a look on Google Earth and you look down above the Drummond Ranges, you'll see the volcanic cores of this beautiful landscape. It really is a special spot. The little town of Alpha, which has long been known as the gateway to the west, has decided to welcome us by throwing up a sporting challenge. So up to this point we've been working as a team, but from here it gets slightly competitive. This is the Alpha Golf Club, famous for its nighttime golf, but today we've got a longest drive competition going on amongst the teammates, some friendly competition to win a mystery prize which will be presented after lunch at the club. So here goes nothing. Oh, topped it. Have another go. Oh, I'm lopping trees. That's enough. Well, I don't have to worry. The competition isn't proving too fierce. Back at the clubhouse, awards are presented, and they've got a special one just for me.
We have one other, which is an encouragement award, and I really think this person needs a lot of encouragement because he had a lot of cracks at it and really didn't do a lot. That's Dean Miller.
Well done, Dean. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. Thanks, mate. Thanks very much. You can see a lot of promise. Very kind. Winner.
Doesn't say that anywhere on there.
It's a 90-minute drive along the Capricorn Highway to our next destination, the iconic outback town of Barcaldine. Many of you at home would know that Barcaldine is in fact the birthplace of the Australian Labor movement. And back in 1891, it was one of the focal points of the Australian shearers' strike, which was a very big deal in our history. Now, all of that is encapsulated here at the Australian Heritage Workers Museum, and they're very proud to be the only national attraction that celebrates the life of the good old Aussie worker. Bob Gleeson is the CEO, and although the museum boasts 15 exhibitions, like the AWU Shearers Hall and the Working Women exhibit, there is one that he's particularly proud of. So this looks like a tree with some special security. What's the story with this one?
See, it's actually a clone of the Tree of Knowledge. Fortunately, people had the foresight to see that one day the tree would die, and it did. And of course, we have another Tree of Knowledge, and that's why we call it the young'un.
A favourite pastime for Barcaldine locals and for visitors is heading down to the weir for a spot of fishing. The inland waterways lend themselves to family fishing. The kids can catch a fish and not worry about seasickness. And the setting is peaceful and the company is always fun. Meet the Mayor, Rob Chandler. Hey mate, you're still putting Barkey on the map. We've got a wonderful dinner planned tonight. Tell me what's been going on in the Shire, in the region.
Oh, we just keep trying to dream up things that people want to see. You know, the best way, people in the cities or southeast corner of Sydney, Melbourne, the best way they can help us out in local businesses is come out here, have a holiday, have a bit of fun. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. Well, this is Barcaldine's ode to the Tree of Knowledge and probably its most significant landmark. It was opened on the 2nd of May 2009 by the Premier at the time, Anna Bligh. Peter Garrett was here and so were we, Queensland Weekender, to lend a hand. It's affectionately known by the locals around here as the Tank Stand, but it is a magnificent piece of architecture, there's no doubt about that. It's great in the daytime, but you should see it at night. A night at the Tree of Knowledge is a sight to behold. The interplay between architecture and light is quite breathtaking. And it's the perfect setting for dinner, with entertainment by fellow pit stopper Mick Lindsay.
Sitting on a river drinking cheap red wine on a Tuesday afternoon. You come down and say, hey, good looking, can you play me another tune?
Joining me for dinner is the Ole family, Mitchell, Joanne and the kids Emily, Piper and Cooper. They're from Townsville and they got their chance to take part in the pit stop to the creek by winning a competition in their local paper. What have been some of your highlights thus far?
The food.
Oh, really?
The food. It's been some good food.
The food has been exceptional.
It's been great.
The country hospitality, I think, is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, every town's welcomed us. Every town. It's been great. I mean, loved it. And it's great cooking too.
Stop talking about the food, you're making me hungry.
Lips on mine and we lay down in the grass. I take the last swig of the bottle of wine and my heart.